Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bahaginan. Ang Bahaginan po, just a very short introduction, is the College of Arts and Letters Research Dissemination Platform. We hold lectures and talks, performances during the academic year in various fields in the arts and humanities and tie-ups with the other discipline. This afternoon, we are very happy to welcome, okay, we're very happy to present Tokhang, Tambay, Kwentuhan, at Batuhan ng mga salita sa nagbabagong mukha ng pasista. And we're happy to welcome our guests this afternoon. Introduce ko lang po sila, si Ika Fernandez, Ika Beldelon, and Abby Pangilinan. Sila po ang ating mga presenters, and then we have our performers na members din ng collective na ito, si Calix, okay, and I think Malakit is nasa CR lang, papasok na po. So, start na po tayo. I'll turn the floor over to our speakers. Sila na po i-explain yung project nila.
Pero hindi ko masasili.
Welcome. Thank you very much for doing this with us.
So yun, maraming salamat sa kayo sa pag-ibita at magbigay ng oportunidad na ibahagi kung ano man yung ginagawa namin ngayon bilang grupo at bilang yung mga individual. So siguro brief background lang para din mawawaan kung paano naghago-hago sa isang ganitong klaseng proyekto yung aming iba't ibang disiplina, no? So ako, ang background ko pareho ni Ika ay urban planning, spatial planning, and development work. So matagal ako na trabaho sa DSWD, social connection, poverty reduction. So ayun, and ngayon, mas focus on urban planning, makita niyo mamaya yung ganong
Although dati yung college po ako, undergrad ay sa TCN, natulad sa TCN.
ay nakalimutan ko, dito rin ako galing.
Sa si Cal.
Malala, okay. Ako si Image Sigalon, Cal, Televisa, DCS, DFPP, writer.
Ay, papalala ako.
Malakit, UPD, Cesar CD, Content. Staff ko ngayon dito sa OCRD.
Calix, transfer
Tambay.
So, yun. So, simulan namin yung si Mix muna yung topic. So itong talk namin ay nauna na namin ginawa sa RFS at Ateneo kasi nauna sila mo yung bila. Tapos, ayun. So, parang, so ano nangyari? Paano kami nagsama-sama? Kasi kami ay galing sa iba-ibang field, iba-ibang political line, ganyan. Ngayon, si Abby at si Ika, researchers, data-driven people, lumabot sila sa akin as a writer. Kasi ang goal nila ay gumagawa sila ng research on Tokhang. Sabi nila sa akin, pwede ba raw ako gumawa ng brain? Sabi ko, gano'n lang. Bakit ba natin ginagawa ito? Ang intention naman talaga namin ay dalhin yung data in a form na maiintindihan yung communities na tinatanaan ng Tokhang, which is the urban poor. Tapos i-write out ko na, well, itong urban poor communities, maging honest tayo, hindi sila magbabasa ng journals, hindi sila magbabasa ng articles, hindi rin sila nanonood ng brain. So baka kailangan natin ilagay sa form na talagang alam na nila at ginagamit nila, which is rap. Kaya kinata namin ng rappers. So doon ako itong Veterans Collective.
You forgot an important part of the story. Like all community stories happen sa
Habang nag-iinuman.
inuman, tambay.
Okay, so ngayon, para simulan na itong talk na to. So ang pinaka-okay ko lang naman ay magbigay ng intro. So doon sa pagbibigay ng intro, kailangan namin mag-isip all the time ng paraan para ng pop cultural references para mag-gets ng audiences. So sa Ateneo, ang ginamit namin ay Star Wars. Ngayon dito, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. So just Lindsay, ganyan.
Ayun.
Mami, binasa ko sa Tolkien ako sila. Oo. Tapos kahit na tambay-tambay lang sila, in the end, of course, pag yung mga hobbits na lumaban. In fact, sila yung nagdala ng ring of power sa Mordor. Pero hindi lang sila mag-isa na ginawa na yun. Ay, hindi, sorry. Before sila lumaban dahil kahit gano'n ka-ideal yung Shire, darating yung school sa doorstep nyo. So kahit na, kahit na shelter tayo, enjoy natin yung mabuhay natin. Pag hindi natin ito naman, darating yung point na ang siya sa doorstep natin. So ngayon, bago nila ng hobbits yung ring of power sa Mordor, hindi nila yung ginawa mag-isa. There's land, fellowship. Kailangan nila ng alliance of different people from different intentions, different political leanings, different away-away mga sila within that fellowship. Pero hindi, isa lang tulungin. Yun ang labanan ng Mordor. At nandito na ang Mordor sa ating doorstep. In fact, evil works together. Yeah. So yan, isa pang mahalagang dapat pansinin natin na hindi ito ang unang beses na nangyari itong situation natin. In fact, nangyari na tayo before. 40 years ago, martial law, ngayon meron tayong medyo undeclared martial law. So, kailangan natin kilalanin na this is not a new fight. We are just continuing something that people have started before. Pero may mga different factors na. In fact, ayan, so the struggle continues. Traffic, West Philippine Sea, Marawi, ano to? Inflation, laban ng mga luman. At yun, maraming mga iba't-ibang crisis na yun nga, hindi ito nangyari out of nowhere. Pagpapatuloy ng itong mga nangyari before. So, umabot na sa point na tayo na kailangan lumaban. Ayan.
So, pag-boring part, pinapasa na tayo ng mic. So, kailangan na namin ipaliwanag yung konsepto na kung bakit natin kailangan lumabay, bakit natin kailangan magkwentuhan sa mga ganitong espasyo. Bakit kailangan magkwentuhan ng salita. So, bilang special planner urbanist yung moda namin, ay yung pagtabay kasi ay isang avenue for social interaction. Diba? Ito yung mga tao walang masyadong access to space, so they take advantage of public spaces. Ang nangyayari, pang-aamit ito ng espasyo na panandalian lang. Pero dahil sa konteksto natin sa Pilipinas, wala masyadong pagpublikong espasyo kung saan pwedeng gawin ito, saan pwedeng maulang, magtuntuhan, at mag-uminom, mag-discuss kasama yung mga kaibigan, kapitbahay. So, ginagawa mo ito sa isang taon. So, pang-aamit ng espasyo ay paraan ng pagkakahati, di ba? Pag-obserba at pagbuo ng mga ideya. Di ba? Konsepto natin, tapay na, pero yung konsepto na ito, nabago nung pumasok itong mahimik na ito, kasi yung pagtambay na yun ay masama na, di ba? Na ang paghuhuli sa mga tambay ay paglalagay sa kung tamang lugar kasi sa mga ideal ng gobyerno na hindi kayo dapat nandyan, dapat nasa bahay kayo. Kung nasa bahay kayo, kapag kayo. So, hindi sa lahat, yung konsepto ng pag-gather sa isang lugar ay paraan din ng paglakad at pagpiglas, di ba? Doon sa kita ng karaniwan. So, bakit kailangan magkwentuhan? Dahil hindi naman pwedeng mag-isa ka lang. Sabi nga kanina, yung mga habit na tumatambay lang, they had to form alliances and have a fellowship. So, ganun yung kailangan natin kumapugin at magkwentuhan. At syempre, tayo din babalik sa mga komunidad natin para tumapay at magkwentuhan. Batuhan ng salita dahil, yun nga, yung ideya mo, yung disiplina mo, hindi yun sufficiente dahil evil works together. So, dapat tayo din magtulungan kahit iba-ibang disiplina. So, yun.
Balik tayo sa mga konsepto dito sa pagtambay, pagkwento at pagpatulang salita.
Ako pa rin pala. Sorry. So, dahil ganoon yung sitwasyon ngayon, ito na yung corridor. We will present one particular case, pero hindi na ito bago. Dahil na si Ita tsaka ako have been working on the development side. So, pag kami ay respondents ng Yolanda, kaya gano'ng karami naman tayo, 6,300. Kami ay, well, Ita na lang to, nangan ako sa gobyerno ngayon. Marami. 2017 lang yan. 1,000 yung namatay. Pero imagine, in Metro Manila alone, for the drug war, average, for nationwide pala to, in the Philippines, the average number is between 20 to 28,000. There was a time na tinanong ako, hindi ko ma-imagine, yung mga kilala ko, tinatanong ako, hindi ko ma-imagine gano'ng karami yung 28,000 na tao. Ang sabi ko lang, ang capacity ng Araneta policy is 17,500. SRO ay 22,500. So, yung dami ng patay na ito is more than the capacity of Araneta policy. So, kung manonood kayo ng UAE, mas marami.
Overall.
Ha?
Overall.
Oo. So, yun. Ganun kadami. Pero hindi tayo nababother. I mean, nababother, pero nakakalimut naman din kinabukasan. Diba? Unlike yung Yolanda, kasi visually, you see the impact, diba, of a natural calamity or a man-made calamity like the world. Marami. But with something like Tokal, you don't have a visual except for individuals or sabi ka na kung merong group of 5 or 6. So, visually, iba din yung epekto niya sa atin na it comes in ripples.
This brings us to one of the aspects that we're looking at as researchers and development workers na although the week on the drug war has been on human rights, diba? We had a snippet ng SOTA na sabi ni Presidente, you may be talking about human rights, but he is looking at human life, as if there was a dichotomy, no? But we want to look at it not only in terms of yung batas, but also in terms of humanitarian crisis. So given that particular context, no, ito nangyayari drug war sa Pilipinas ay isang malaking dilubyo, isang massive humanitarian crisis which has to be responded in similar fashion. No? So if you compare yung deaths in ng martial law era, if you compare the deaths during the Mindanao Wars, in 2 years' time, this regime has already created more bodies, more collateral damage in just 2 years. No? So that's sink in. This is something that will be a problem for years to come. Kasi walang isang bansa sa buong mundo na naka-achieve ng isang MDG, Millennium Development Goal on as a measure of development, na may ongoing war like this. Okay, so something that will affect not only the poor, not only the rampites, but every single person in the Philippines.
Tapos lang yung mga gusto, pwede po kayong maupo dito kung edit nila po ako sa sali.
Tambay tayo.
Tambayan naman po. So ito, we've been doing this, I've been doing this since postgraduate, 2016. It's a research on the drug war and its relation to poverty, basically, kasi yun naman yung ginagawa, yun yung area of work na pamilyar ako. So, ito ay official drug war numbers. 4,075 noong June 2018 ang nireport ni Wikipedia. 22,983 yung total drug-related killings marked as death under investigation. So, total niyan is a staggering 27,058 as of June 2018. So, you can see the magnitude. And this happens every day. Whenever people have a hard time visualizing. So, every time nagtulong tayo, may namatay na drug-related yung so, here are some photos of things. So, we know that this don't happen in proper driving or force department, barangay or square. It happens in slums, in urban poor communities. The victims are killed in sidewalks, under the bridges, inside their own homes. And also, she was trying to point out that because we don't know the universe, for those who do statistics, the universe here is unknown. Hindi natin alam kung gaano karami ang napapatay. This is the most conservative number we could identify. So imagine that. And later we will share observations from the field that this is probably times 3 or times 4 pa of what's really happening. So it could be as low as 27,000 and as high as 100,000 rough estimate. So, I'm sorry for the red one. That looks nice on my computer. Right, not in the projector. So, this is the total number of data that we collected. It's 1,916. Because this was for a dissertation, we stopped collecting data. I stopped collecting data December 2017. Kasi mahirap na i-put at risk yung mga tumutulong on the ground. Kasi hindi na nababalita yung drug war. So, mas mataas yung vulnerability nila kapag hindi na nabibigyan ng attention. So, this is collected from multiple confidential sources, kung mga civil society, church-based groups, kadalasan yung contact to get the data. The profile, these are just rough descriptive numbers. 1,677 are male. So, the age is an average of mga 25, 26 na yung edad. So, working age. Konti lang yung babae, 103. And then, unknown yung 136. And then, yun, another would be, or less 50%, yung killed during police operation. So, initial analysis would be kapag police operation, ibig sabihin may no signal of the government, the local government unit, particularly. And then, yung yun ba anong kasilan, marami kang pwedeng hypothesis dyan. So, we haven't looked into it in detail. Pero pwedeng hindi pumapayag yung police. Pwedeng sila din, pero yung may bonnet, ganyan. And then, meron din syempre mga nakita na lang na patay na, bangkay na. So, hindi natin alam kung paano yung manner or kung sino yung perpetrator. And then, meron din na hindi naman talaga na-identify. Most of the time, these are done nung walang pangalan. All we have is a date when they were founded or when they were killed. And then, this is of particular importance to me, because I used to work back in the SWD, is that 631, roughly 40% are cash transfer beneficiaries. So just to give a background of what the CCD is for those who are not familiar, it gives assistance or education in health of the poorest 20% to 40% of the population. So, binibigyan ng ayuda yung mga pamilya para mapag-aral yung mga anak. So, it's a maximum of 3 children. 300 para sa anak na nasa elementary, 500 para sa nasa high school. At meron cash assistance for health, 500, and an additional 600 from Duterte for rice subsidy. Obviously, 600 nila, kahit ang pinupilas na ng mabibili. Anyway. So, and another would be the locational, the spatial aspect, na 607 are from Tondo. Payatas, Bagunsina, Quiapo, Binondo. Alam niyo na kung ano yung mga lugar yan. So, it's a highly dense urban poor population. Yun. So, pray mo natin kayo since we're still doing the study. It takes a lot of time. So, spatial, iwan na kayo what in. So, I'll ask you to just what in every time I do something out. So, it's a violation of the right to life. The right to home and personal. Bakit? Kasi hindi ko nalagay doon, pero majority sa kanila, pinatay sa loob ng bahay. Imagine that, you're sleeping, thinking you're asleep, but you'll end up being killed in your house.
I assume that everybody knows how these houses look like, no? Kasi people want room affairs, wala, siguro mas maliit pa sa spasyong ganito. And then, hatuloy kayo sa papak, and then all someone will have to do is to reach in with a gun, sa bitana. Kung may bata man, o kung sino ang matanda, kaya, di ba? So, it's a bit
Or
more gruesome.
sisipain yung pintuan, yun ay na kayo lahat, aling kayo ng pamilya. Okay. Alis. So, ganun yung isang observation. And then, of course, violation of the right to the city. Kasi, di ba, yung konsepto natin ng right to the city, dapat nakikibahagi yung tao dun sa pagbuo kung ano yung gusto nila makita sa syudad na titirhan at pinagbibilangan nila. Pero dahil sa ganitong nangyayari, you limit their mobility, you limit their participation, yung incident of crime rate of fear. So, paano kung magpa-participate kung ito kalabas, takot ka, at pinatay ka na. So, initial would be
there were observations also na from respondents na nag-iba rin silang time. So, nung unang sabak ng Tokang, medyo late ng konti, dinner time mga 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So, yung mga tambay nag-adjust, di ba? They realized you can't stay out too late. So, nag-adjust din yung mga killers. They started killing as early as 5 or 6 p.m. as well. So, ngayon, if you're a subsistence worker working 2 or 3 jobs to feed your family, that already radically cuts down how much you can earn a day. Diba? So, try to space, right to your time, right to income.
Kasi parang meron kami yung isang nakausap sa couple of weeks ago na as early as alas 10 ng umaga. Imagine nyo, yung 10 in the morning, kakain na lang ng lugaw. Bigla ka babalik. So, nag-a-adjust sila. So, natin nyo yung parang pag-work na parang yung mga killer, gabi tumitira, 700 between 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. So, yung mga tao, sabi kami lalabas. Bayo kami. Nag-adjust. Naging maaga. Sorry, pero pwede yung question ko pagkatapos na. So, targets. I'm sorry, baka may gusto kasi magtanong, pero hindi mapupungal kasi yung flow. So, targets na poor, if not all, are poor men. Kita nyo naman ang profile. 50% are, more than 50% are men. So, breadwinner yung pinapatay. And then, informal sector. Kasi nakita naman natin yung profile. May pakita natin yung mapa. And then, yun, syempre, damages sa social fabric. Kasi yung proseso, we will explain later, the machinery behind it is drop boxes. Lalaglag mo doon sino yung tingin mong atin. So, kung ikaw ay member ng community, mapaparaning ka talaga sa mga kapitbahay. At, syempre, because pinapatay yung breadwinner, magiging solo income household yung naiwan. Tendency, if you're an urban poor family, you have an average of 5 to 6 children. Nahahati talaga. Mapupunta sa lola, mapupunta sa kabilang lola, mapupunta sa tita. Kasi the mother has to work and cannot take care of all the other children. So that's the basic observation. Yes, ma'am.
May malabas na joke nga daw na lola ends up caring for the kids kasi kung si tatay na sa kabilang buhay.
So, makabilang buhay.
Si nanay.
So, makabilang bahay. So, nag-aasawa ko din yung iba natin.
And it ends up in lola.
Lola na may sakit, lola na kala na tapos na siya sa pagpapaaral ng Tinder, pero balik siya doon. Kasi wala. Ayan. So, here are rough figures. So, I thought red looks good. So, this is the number of deaths per day. So, we just try to run it in a graph that looks, that would illustrate what it is. So you will see here na the highest was September 21. That was at the peak of 2016 from May 2016 to September 2017. We couldn't run anymore. We didn't collect any more data. So 40 in a day recorded in September 21. And then you will see na even before, during the campaign period pala, may mga sample na. Ano yung sample? Kumapatay na sila every time Duterte would make a pronouncement. So as early as May, hindi pa siya nanalo. Ay, nanalo siya kapag panalo. Meron na, May 10, ayun, May 10. He won May 9. The following day, meron na agad. And then tuloy-tuloy na yun, every day as if trophies na dinideliver. And then July 1 was also a high number. I can't remember which one, pero it's between the 30s. So July 1 was when he was officially pronounced as president. Okay, then next. Here's a map. I'm sorry, hindi siya maganda tingnan na ano. Pero we tried to map it out. Wala kaming laser pointer, pero I'll approach it so that I can point. So this is a map of Metro Manila. This was made by David Garcia. So, UP din yung job. So, kung tignan nyo pa yung Metro Manila, bila rin, di ba? May tama. So, this is This is Tondo. Okay. The open area here is your more affluent part of Quezon City. Wala. Makati lang na, wala. Pero yung outskirts, meron. So, Tembo, Rembo, meron. Pateros. Pateros, actually dyan is body drops from Makati at nila nilalagay. The affluent part, of course, of Quezon City, Marikina, wala, konti lang. Alam nyo na yung mga dots, what they mean. Diba? The bigger the dot, the more killings. And then, the bigger the dot, the more dense the urban core area then. And then, North Caloocan, this is your Bagong Silang. And then, South Caloocan, this is of course, it's almost red. Because if you are familiar with Bishop Apo David, he posts every day on Facebook who are here in this area. So that's it. Manila, post, yung port area mo, Navotas, of course, puno-puno din. Mandaluyong, Addition Hills. So, it gives you a big picture of what it looks like. We haven't done the map for the whole of the Philippines because capacity-wise, hindi namin kayang aralin yung buong Pilipinas. Pero imagine what the Philippines would look like if Metro Manila looks like this. And hindi restrictive yung ang drug war ay hindi sa Metro Manila lang. It's even bigger outside Metro Manila. We just don't know the magnitude. And yun, let's clean up their map.
Okay, so I mean, to compare, your map on the left side is buong Metro Manila, right? This one zooms in just on the city of Manila. And as you can see, similar thing at the higher resolution, you have yung patterns na lumalabas. So your port area is really clear, malaki magnitude. In different mga poorer boundary areas also have hits. But what we found fascinating was, even though planning it intentionally, nasa gitna yung Pasig River mo, a river of blood. And right in the middle is your Malacanang Palace, where all of your deaths are being done at the behest of someone commanding it. Sige, I'll just, but honestly, so ito, syempre, natapos ko na proseso ng isang GIS person, di ba? Pero our next phase of work is something more fascinating for us, which is yung drawing mismo ng mga survivors, community-based na counter mapping. So while we would go around the field, we'll ask them, and very spatial, very graphic yung kanilang descriptions. Parang ito po yung bahay namin, pero yung sa kabilang kanto, binilil po yung aming anak or tatay or kapatid. Pero may proseso pa na alam namin na gabi-gabi dito rumoronda dun sa kabilang kanto yung mga monetang. So, very clear, every single block will have a story because they know hindi lang sa kanila yung naging death, no? Even sa kapitbahay X, nangyari dito, si kapitbahay Y, nangyari dito, but not all of those deaths are recorded. So that's why, even from just a gut feel, given yung field work, easily 3, 4, 5 times mas malaki yung death toll na lamang, no? Patterns are evident, but also multiple waves of displacement and loss. Kasi ito mga urban poor communities are also the same areas na vulnerable to sa baha, di ba? Ito yung susunog. At kunyari, pag kailangan worldwide, sila yung displaced.
Multiple layers. Imagine nyo yung pinagdadaanan ng isang pamilya. And before I continue, may mga nakita ako na ilang mga nanay na tumutulong sa amin. Nandito sila, hindi ko na sila i-recognize isa-isa, pero nandito sila. So, mamaya kung gusto nyo silang makilala, pwede namin sila makilala sa inyo. Ayan. So, yung multiple layers. So, imagine nyo yung isang pamilya na sunod-sunod na isang kaso na namatay yung asawa niya July. Dinimolish yung bahay niya October. Pinatay yung anak niya, all drug war related, October. So imagine yung spikes in the experience of the family. So yun. Ito yung next phase, hindi pa namin siya masyadong mabuo kasi overwhelming yung data. Basically. So kung may mga job students dyan.
Sige, please, counter-mapping tayo.
Mapping tayo. So, and then, of course, it's not just the drug war, it's not just the existing reality na everything naman, may violence sila na experience, susunugan sila, dinimolish sila, ninakawan sila. Pero, it's just the state having so much punitive policies. So, isa doon would be, yun nga, na 119,000 yung inaresto, official record. Hindi namin ang inadyan patay. 7,291 na tambay in Metro Manila. So, parang talaga pinapaliit yung espasyo mo pwede yung galawan. Hindi ka man patayin, i-confine ka sa bahay mo, kasi tambay ka. O kung di man, puhulihin ka, kukulong ka sa isang sisikan na facility. So, yun yung mga punitive practices na sa tingin namin, ano naman natin?
Even online, di ba? Meron offline cyber na.
Ay, sorry. So, pinakita nila yung realities on the ground, yung mga nangyayari. Pero dahil dun sa pag-report ng information, may another front ng laban. Kasi meron talagang makinarya at may gumawa ng study, yung nasa left. May gumawa ng study dun sa structure ng fake news na merong political client, siguro, sabihin natin, si Duterte. And in fact, merong sort of proof, merong may interview na advertising person, tapos i-explain niya na sobrang effective nung campaign ni Duterte, nung tumatakbo pa lang siya. Kasi lumaban siya sa social media, ang ingay-ingay niya doon, to the point na nung first time naglabas siya ng paid TV ad, it was 1 second long. Lumabas lang yung kamao niya, change is coming, Duterte, bam, tapos na. So, halos wala siyang pera nilabas for traditional media ng campaigning kasi ang laban niya ay nasa social media. So, from political clients, meron kang digital influencers. Yun na sila mga Yuson, sila Sasot, saka yung isa. Tapos, si Tintin Piloy. Tapos after ng digital influencers mo, ang dami nilang followers. Hindi natin alam kung gaano kadami sa followers na ito ay totoong tao or bots lang. Tapos, yun yung community level fake account operators. From there, nakukontrol na nila yung discussion. Kasi pagdating mo sa real people talking on social media, talking in real life, i-echo na lang yung linabas nila na information. So kung meron silang machinery to communicate this news, paano nalaban yung journalist? Kasi nga, di ba pati yung journalist, hirap na rin pumorma kasi tinatawag silang bayaran, tinatawag silang fake news. So, on all fronts talaga ang laban nito. And because of that, we need a fellowship. Babalik talaga sa learning brains. Kailangan natin ng conversations across ideological borders. Hindi natin pinapalain ng BTS, kailangan natin silang kausapin. Kausapin natin ang people on the Liberal Party, mga dilawan, yung mga pula. Mausap-usap tayo lahat. Mahulog na yung installation. So yun, so kailangan natin mag-usap. Kasi eventually makakahanap tayo ng commonalities dun sa gusto natin mangyari. In fact, kasi writer ako for TV, yung aking day job. Kaibigan ko yung nagsulat ng series na Amo, ni Brillante Mendoza, yun yung parang pro-police, pro-DDS series. Tapos kinausap ko kung kaibigan ko na writer din na DDS, tinanong ko na, ikaw ba ay naniniwala talaga sa sinulat mo or racket lang to? Tapos sabi niya, hindi, naniniwala talaga ako. And at that moment, parang okay, may commonality tayo. Kasi dahil naniniwala siya, alam ko na parang meron siyang, hindi ko bayad-bayad lang. Meron siyang gustong mangyari. At siya ang umamin na parang gusto naman niya ng better Philippines. Gusto niya ng drug-free Philippines. So, meron commonalities tayong lahat. Kailangan lang natin mag-usap. Yun. Ikaw ba?
Gusto niyo pag-boring part, babato niya sa akin yung mic. So, yun nga, parang as we mentioned, we need fellowships, but we're not starting from scratch. There are already a lot of people working on this. Kailangan lang natin magkakita-kita at magkaabuyan at some point. So, one would be yung church and civil society. They're really I would like to think they're the strongest. Kasi sila yung nilalapitan on the ground. And sila yung pinaka-hindi nakikita sa trend. So, they do advocacy, community-based rehabilitation, sanctuary for majority of the victims and their families, therapy, and first up with capacity, kung malalaking may budget. It's aid for affected families. And of course, legal assistance. So may mga grupo na naman na hindi namin sila mapakalanan kasi it puts them at risk as well. So as much as possible, alam naman natin pag ginugol niya lalabas ng mga pangalan.
Personally, yung first draft namin nakapangalan sila pero after looking at it, parang shit, huwag na lang muna. Huwag na lang. Kaya afterward.
So there's research also. Important yung research kasi may survey na ginawa na sino yung mataas pa yung credibility is the church and academia. Mga untapped potential. So there are scholars already doing research on populism, public health, individual independent researchers na tayo namin dito. And then there's of course journalism and documentation and case build-up. This is a mixed kind of work between researchers and lawyers, those who provide legal assistance. And of course, ang importante ay creative engagement. And, and over there, may mga okay.
So, mabilis ang pagtingin lang sa mga different initiatives. I'm sure some of these alam nyo na, yung iba mga first time yung makita. So you have, for example, yung paalam.org, which is an online testament to the drug war. Please follow at it if you haven't seen it. So kumbaga, binibigyan nila ng mukha yung mga numero na nakapastil doon kanina na kumbaga hindi lang sila bangkay, hindi lang sila namatayan or naglaban kung hindi tao na may pamilya, may pangarap. So take a look at that paalam.org.
Nagdag ko lang na we were listening to Ruben Carranza a couple of days ago. Si Ruben Carranza mentioned na wala kang memorial. Ang memorial mo online, ano yan? Kung hindi mo purposely hahanapin, hindi mo makikita. Diba? So,
meron din yata dun sa mga desaparecido doon sa ibandang Manila, pero that's still limited. So baka kailangan pag-usapan ng mga artists, creative people, kung may mga FA sculpture people dyan, how would you create a memorial for those who have died? Okay. Yeah. So, and of course, mga photographers have been at the forefront of this. Have you followed yung Everyday Doing? It's an Instagram account that Rafi Lerma and others who have been, Brother June, who have been team night shift, yung different night shift night callers, ganyan, who have been shooting these images every single night, no? So, the things that, mga photos na hindi na mabenta or too graphic to show, sa newspapers, they post there. Which can be bad for mental health, but we have to deal with it anyway.
So, parang in between food posts and food travel posts, bigla makita mo yung patay na pinost ni Rafi. It's a necessary wake-up call sometimes.
Pero nakapagod din siyang tignan. Pero still, someone has to do it, and they're doing it every single day. Drug Archive. So our friends from the other side of Pagkukunan have been doing this at the New School of Government. So check out the website. It's ASOG with Columbia J School and LaSalle also contributing research. So ang dataset naman nila is
media reports. So publicly available data.
So the key difference between dataset ni ABD and dataset ng Drug Archive is that media versus more confidential ground sources, and mas malaki yung dataset namin right now for Metro Manila compared to theirs. They have a broader nationwide but still scrappy dataset na kailangang dagdagan. And then yung ang pangako as well. So, ito naman in the same thought, supply and demand side mapping of the different kills and also of different initiatives for providing help dun sa mga communities going through this experience. Pero syempre, diba, these are maps done by experts or scholars or researchers. Iba pa rin yung pagtingin ng mga nanay at may dad sa baba. And then ito, mga iba't ibang mga publications. No? The Reader, Nina Nicole, UP Kian, funded by PCIJ, also UP Illustrators, and then the Human Cost on the drug war. Okay, diba? Rest back, more UPB, but we're doing more great projects now, working with communities. And then we have also yung mga abogado who are helping out pro bono, church, CSOs, and such. Okay. Ito yung the fun stuff, back to next. We're doing the boring shit.
Okay, so, dun sa front naman ng creatives, tuloy pa rin ang laban. Pero, dahil nga nabanggit ko, although continuous pa rin yung struggle from the time of martial law, at may mga artists na lumaban at that time, a few things have changed since then, may mga factors na iba sa panahon natin. At ang pinakamalakas doon ay internet. So, kung i-check out nyo si Digong Bot, sobrang galing nito. Ang ginagawa niya, hindi ko alam kung bot siya or tao siya, apparently tao siya. Ang ginagawa niya, kinukuha niya yung real speeches ni Duterte, tapos binarun niya yung mga speeches na ito, gumagawa siya ng algorithm Tapos mag-create siya ng new statements that kind of sound like Duterte. Pero hindi niya sinabi, but it just sounds like him. So basahin ko lang yung pangalawa. Di man nila alam kung bakit, kasi yung mga mayor, hindi na ako mag-corruption. I will not. I am not trying to work for the police to offend you. So parang ganung level of absurdity and satire ang ginagawa nitong si Digong Mo. Yan. Si Sirang Monitor, hindi ko ba siya? Wala. Hip-hop group siya. Ang ginagawa niya, real videos, tapos glitch art niya. Tapos next, Bandido. Ito ay isang banda from PUP apparently. Hindi na natin pakinggan yung buong song kasi i-mention na lang sa video. Ang point lang ito ay gumawa sila ng love song in the tradition of mga parang kay Edgar type. Pero ang chorus niya ay parang, or parang ang gist ay, liniligawan kita, gusto kita ihatid sa bahay mo, pero mahirap na kasi long hair ako, may tattoo ako, may hito ako, payat ako, mahirap na, baka mapagkamala na ng laban. So kahit din sa love song, nagre-reflect yung social realities. Ano niya?
The goal difference.
Tapos ito, pinakinggan natin a while ago, habang naghihintay, gumawa sila ng budots. Kung familiar kayo sa budots, yung parang local na pinira ka na, pinatak tayo. Gumawa sila ng gano'n, na nag-remix sila ng mga sound clips ni Duterte, tapos ginawa nilang budots. Pakinggan niyo yung Summer Budots Party kasi.
But you creative writing si Miggy, nice of Rizal who compiled this. So,
tapos ito ay from theater. I think yung repertoire yung gumawa nito. Nung Holy Week, nagkaroon sila ng pabasa obituaryo para sa mga nalaban. Sa yan? Sa park sa Cruz Naligas, meron silang 72-hour continuous performance kung saan pabasa lang ng mga accounts ng mga nabatay sa Tokhang at nakuha nila yung majority ng data sa Kamit. So, binabasa lang nila yung names, binabasa nila yung nangyari. Kasi it's a sort of memorial na rin. And then there's Tokhang Cinema na I'm sure napanood yung iba dyan. Bus, New Manila, Will Not Die Tonight. So, isang interesting dito na wala pa rin kaming sagot ay bakit dun sa pagbalik ng action film, which is this genre, na Tokhang, bakit babae yung main action hero? That's kind of new kasi nung 90s, 80s, 90s, di ba? Macho guys, kayong babae lumalaban. Bakit?
Thanks. Part ulit. So, people are curious, but we've been doing this for a year. I've been doing this for a year and a half of intensive fieldwork research, balik-balik ng datos and stuff. Ika and I have been doing this for a year. So, medyo mahaba na yung babad namin. Ano yung mga limitations and challenges? And also, not only for the research, but for the collaboration, for engagement like this, na hindi naman kayo organized na grupo talaga. So, ano yung mga challenges? Una would be, paano i-communicate yung katotohanan in a time of disinformation? I mean, it's so easy to tell na, dilawan yan, or kung ano man, di ba? So, that's one.
pula yan.
Ha?
Pula naman yan.
Or pula yan. Well, nagsama yung dilawan pula, so orange. Barilin niya yung orange yan. So, what role does data play in the drug war and other preventive policies? So, sobrang yaman nung source of information, especially on the ground. So, kailangan lang talaga bumapan.
But here's the thing though, kung ilita tayo, ilita rin sila because someone does have a list, diba? There is a drug list, there is a tambay list, and how are they using data as well, no?
And they're also mapping it. If you've seen by bus, may mapa sila. So kung nauna pa sila magmapa sa atin, nauna pa sila mag-community map sa akin. So they're playing it a step ahead of us. Mas marami sila, mas may pera sila. And akala lang natin tatanga-tanga sila, pero matalino sila. Yun. So, and I think this is one of the most difficult questions, not only for us, but for everyone. How to find desensitization and burnout. Every day you see it, you hear it. The same story because the profile of the victims is the same. So how do you go against that? How do you find seeing pictures from everyday impunity? How do you find seeing this on, how do you find the normalization of the killings, diba? And the justification of arresting tambang? So, yung sagot namin, ikaw lang
It has to be very, very personal. Kasi you have to believe in the value of what we're doing. So, as academics and researchers are always taught na kailangan may certain distance, di ba, from the current object of research. But in this particular case, wala eh. At kailangan tayong tumaya. Kasi beyond human rights, beyond these abstract assumptions and principles, no, you're fighting for the soul of a nation, you're fighting for the soul of your communities. Na it may not be you, bilang ako, buntis ako, di ba nakaaral ako, I have capital that these communities do not. So safe ako siguro, maybe. But who's to say that we're not next? No? So if you're not going to stand up for this, who will? And as UP students, you have the tools to do it, you have the vision to do it. You're a bit less vulnerable than your random tambay on the street. So the question is, what is your personal stake in this? So yeah, it's something that only you can answer for yourself. And that's something we constantly talk about amongst ourselves as well. But at the same time, isang bagay din na we always guard against is to make sure that it's a personal fight, but it goes beyond personal benefit. I'm not just doing it for myself, although I do get a sense of satisfaction in helping out. No? Kasi ang lumalabas na rin sa mga tropa ko, mga human rights workers at mga NGO, ayokong umabot sa point na racket na lang to. Kasi kailangan, maraming trabaho kailangan gawin, but at the same time, maraming problema sa mundo na hindi na susolusyonan permanently because there are people who benefit from having it continue. So it's a very fine ethical line to tread.
Okay, so yung nagkakaroon po doon, baka gusto nyo pumunta dito so that they have space. Yes, para close tayo. Ako ba yung grapple with tamay tayo dito para lang din. Kasi may exhibit daw, so baka may mga
Kayang bayaran.
Oo. So, para close na lang tayo.
Yung mga numero lang na nakakatakot, hindi kami.
Ayan!
Talagang rapid.
Dito pa, so, yun.
Okay, tayo sa Singapore.
Ayan. So,
Lastly, how do you grapple
oh yeah.
with
So,
fear?
how do you grapple with fear? Well, you just have to find an anchor, diba? Kung saan may anchor yung, saan ka a-anchor para tumama ka. And when dito Star Wars, so Lord of the Rings, hindi ako masyado nakapag-isip kasi pag tumunod ako kung linggo. So, gawin ko na rin yung sinabi ko nung Star Wars related, na yung, diba, hope yung anchor dun sa last 3 trilogies. So, you just have to find hope. Na, huwag mo halapin sa katanda mo sa project. You just have to find hope within yourselves. Kasi yun yung pinaka-strong na anchor.
So, para sa akin yung source of anti-fear tablet ko ay yung mga nanay na nandito sa kwartong ito kasi kung kami komportable kami, kaya namin tulong sila nandoon sa komunidad, mga kapitbahay na yan. So, kung kaya nila yun, kaya rin natin.
May isang human rights lawyer sa isang talk sa Ateneo na ang ganda-ganda ng quote niya, sabi niya, huwag na tayo maghintay ng EDSA moment ng generation na to kasi hindi mangyayari yun. Ang EDSA natin ay nangyayari na and it's happening in every street corner, in every community. So ang laban natin ay nangyayari na, nasa kalsada. I remember the EDSA moment.
So, I think papayag naman siya i-quote si Eng13 ng Center Law. So, she's pregnant right now, so she can't do human rights. Pero siya yung nag-document at nagbuo ng kaso for the Marcelo Daa case, the one in Payatas. So, yun yung isa sa dalawa na may kaso ngayon na nakapay. So, napakatapang na babae. Ang quote niya ay, may nagtanong kasi yung estudyante, kailan magkakaroon ng EDSA? With 27,000 din, when will people come out and go to the streets and sabi niya, ay huwag nilang hanapin yun kasi nangyayari ng EDSA. Ang EDSA ay nangyayari na at ang laban nito ay kanto por kanto, ulo por ulo. Diba? Ganda power. Yun. Ako pa ba ito? Ikaw.
So therefore,
Ganito tayo mag-present para lang pa rin tumatapay. Yung walang tatapusin. mahalaga, bakit ngayon kailangan, why is there a need for experiment, why is there a need for research, and why is it important to collaborate? Kasi mahalaga yung bawat kataga. I mean, every day, people get killed in communities na hindi natin napapansin in the day-to-day. Nadaan-daanan lang natin yung papasok sa opisina, di ba? Or papasok sa eskwela. So, mahalaga also because magaling yung kalaban. Kaya dapat mas magaling tayo. I refuse to believe na mas magaling sila sa atin. And then second, we need to daily challenge everything that we produce. And they're good at propagating fake news and lies. So we have to be stronger in terms of substantiating our claims, testing our hypotheses, and finding patterns and relationships. Because of course, we're coming from the framework of doing an academic study, doing a research. Yun.
But we're also coming from the point of view of development workers. In the past life, in current lives, we used to run development programs. So, ang pagtingin namin palagi, monitoring and evaluation, course correction. So, with every iteration of the drug war, may bagong mga challenges yan, di ba? And at the end of the day, fine, may mga legal people, the lawyers doing their work both on a case-to-case basis and also for yung ICC case. But at the same time, yung aming mas nitingnan, how do you take care of the people left behind, di ba? So, yun yung mga bagay na kailangan pag-usapan. At bahagi doon, yung pagbalik ng findings sa komunidad. Kasi ang tendency din ng mga researchers nyo natin, very extractive, di ba? Sige, ma'am, sir, pwede po kami sa community nyo, mag-research po kami, interview po. Pero, erase yung expectations, hindi na bumabalik. Kumbaga, one way lang yung daloy ng impormasyon, no? Na kayo respondent, kami researcher, tanggal. So, wala nang balikan ni Hani ko. And that's why we went to this gentleman, because they are speaking the language that communities use and understand.
And appreciate.
And do themselves.
Kasi parang PowerPoint kaming gano'n doon sa mga komunidad. Mali. Batuhin kami doon. Ayan. So, yun. Kaya, kaya nakipiesta kami sa Tondo. So basically, we wanted to do this in a way that is beneficial for both at hindi lang one way. So, bumaba kami and isa ito dun sa mga collaborative project na nabuo. So, it was funded by the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism. So, the challenge was, this one of the many streams of work we're doing. So, ito,
may three streams of work. May academic research work, merong journalistic work where we convert yung research data into popular articles, and then you have the creative aspect working with artists and rappers. Okay, so first the boring part, diba? This is a flowchart, and I think very few people will appreciate it by a flowchart. Pero basically, tracing yung makinarya ng tokhang. Wala sa policy statements nung unang panahon where malinaw na naumuna ang polisiya ng security and militarization over development, down to how it trickles down manifest sa level ng barangay. At yung lumalabas dun sa research namin, you can take a look online sa PCIJ, although you do have the tokhang drug war policies nationwide, yung pinaka-importanting aspect of it is at the level of the barangay. Kasi yung barangay captain, yung kagawad mo, in each community, are the ones who will determine who lives, who dies, and who gets rehabilitated.
Kasi nung pinag-aaralan namin kung paano nga ba yung makinagya ng tokhang, gusto namin maintindihan how does it work, ano yung actual machinery that's happening. So ginawa namin dito, basta kami ng maraming policies, maraming demo, as in yung mga official, mga official ordinances. May mystery. Ang mystery na nakita namin ay magsasalita si Duterte, sasabihin niya na kill how many thousand drug addicts, ipakain niyo sila sa mga isla ng Pasig River. He said this. There are quotes, it came out in the media. Pero pagdating dun sa government offices, when you read yung mga memo, wala naman nakasulat doon that says, kumatay kayo. May isa kami nahanap sa PNP, yung first version ng tokhang. Ang nakasulat lang doon na, you are allowed to kill if your life is in danger. Parang gano'n. So, bakit kaya lumabas yung nanlaban? Kasi that's the only reason na pwede silang kumatay. And then, habang binabasa namin itong mga memo na to, so nowhere will you find anything that says pumatay kayo ng tao. Pero pagdating sa ground, nagkakapatayan. So paano nga yun? Paano na-trickle down yung policy pero wala sa paper?
Also, dahil nga parang we spent so much time reading EOs, memos, memorandum circulars, instructions, that's how government communicates with each other. We were able to bridge, that's the importance of going on ground. Kasi mabibridge mo yung dokumento na binasa mo lang with actual implementation. So ang na-realize namin, madalas lumalabas yung word na coordinate. I-coordinate niya, di-coordinate niya. Na-realize namin on ground, ang ibig sabihin pala ng coordinate sa barangay captain ay patayin mo ang CCTV at patayin yung mga ilaw. So, coordinated itong operasyon na to, pinatay nila yung CCTV, pinatay nila. Kaya nagagalit yung mga barangay captain kapag hindi kino-coordinate ang isang operasyon dahil nagkakaroon ng CCTV footage. Diba? Nagkakaroon ng witnesses kasi maliwanag.
May isa pang concrete, based on interviews na to, isa pang concrete example ng coordinate cooperate code ay paminsan, pag nakipag-coordinate ang police, sasabihin nila sa barangay na may police operation pa din, ito ka. Ang coordination level ng barangay ay, pag kunwari, so may matay, tatakbo yung family member sa barangay to report it. Mysteriously, walang on duty sa barangay or walang ambulansya. Hindi na pala yung level ng coordination nila.
And this is also in line with addressing the numbers. They don't want to load the dead, diba? Yung mga napatay. So, ginagawa nila DOE, dead on arrival. So, nakikita niyo yung mga lumalabas na balita, di ba, nasakay sa pedicab. Para, alam naman natin napatay ngayon, pero dinadala pa rin nila sa ospital para hindi naman tayo consume. Hence, it's not kill on the spot.
So, with all of that research, diba, we knew we could not tell everybody to read those documents na may haba-haba. So, ang ending namin,
It's a whole of government, so hindi lang.
ang ending is to collaborate with a bunch of artists, illustrators, and two of them are here. Doon po, sa Malay FA, at isa pong HST Fine Arts. Ayan.
Jocelyn at si AJ.
Sorry, tamay kayo.
So, ayan. So,
tulong si Jocelyn sa AJ, itong mga illustrators. Kasi nung gumawa kami ng written article on our findings, kailangan namin ng something shareable, which is the photos. Ayan. Sila yung gumawa ng awesome illustrations. Ito ay lumabas everywhere. Itong article na sila namin. Tapos isa pang nakapag-collaborate rin kami with theater artists. Ginawa namin podcast yung article natin. Kasi ang point namin ay walang magbabasa masyado. Walang magbabasa masyado ng article. So, pinapodcast namin. Tapos, okay naman, nakaabot na siya. And then yung final,
so yung dagdag na doon, nag-evolve nga kasi, so no one reads long form anymore. And it's a 3,000 word article for us, ay, babasahin nga, hindi. Nilagyan ng illustration, okay, tumaas ng content, at hindi pa rin ganun kadami. So, last resort podcast. At dahil hindi din lahat nakikinig ng podcast kasi it's an hour. Ayan.
so ito yung final, namin. Tinap na namin yung mga rappers, gumawa sila ng kanta. Yung isang kanta, it's like, ano ko lang to, it's like intro. Yung isang kanta, yung Makinarya, which, tututog nyo yun? Pagtutugin namin dito. Yung Makinarya ay pag-phrase ng flowchart, basically. Paano namin pinaintindi yung flowchart through a rap song. Yun.
So, before we send it to them, let's pass it up.
Ang dahil na yung mag-collaborate. So, before we turn it over, because they also have to share their processes, and what we shared is basically research and bridging it to creative, which is the rap. So, yung huli would be, there's a question na wala pa tayong sagot. So, baka in our own spaces, sa ating mga pagtambay, makahanap tayo ng sagot, or at least make attempt. But how do you solve a problem like to come, given the damage it does, especially to families, to the social fabric? Ano yung mga pwede natin gawin in our own capacity, given our own resources? So, una, balik dapat yan eh. The first thing you have to do is to survive. Second is to believe that you can do something. Kasi lahat naman tayo may kapasidad, lahat tayo may talento. At lahat tayo naniniwala ako, lahat tayo may konting tapang na kaya ibahagi. And then, yun, dream na meron kang magagawa. So, yun, starstruck. And second would be, this is a bigger challenge and I'm so happy that we're given an avenue to talk to students. Kasi, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Nakakapagod siya. So, we need fresh legs, fresh eyes, new ideas. Because we're dealing with transgenerational trauma. I mean, this is not affecting just the nanays, the lolas. More than them, this is breeding a full generation of angry orphans. So, at Ateneo Science Department already did an initial study with the orphans. And hindi kami pinayagan to share, pero they did an exercise na pinag-drawing sila sa balloon kung ano yung parang emotion nila. It's heartbreaking. Galit na talaga yung mga bata. Anak ko man. So yun. So it's something that requires a lot of effort. Second would be it's morphing. So hindi every time may triggers, binabago nila yung strategy, and by the time ma-realize natin na nabago na yung strategy, late na. Ang dami na ulit na patay, ang dami na ulit na huli. So they're very smart. Like for example now, the recent killing and disappearance of the Dota boys, hindi na yung drug-related. Carnapping yun and robbery. Bakit? Kasi hindi na sila for drugs eh. Diba? So, tatanggalin nila doon yung naratibo at gagawa sila ng bago. Pero the same modus operandi. So, those are patterns and it's morphing. So, we have to be fast in spotting those things.
And although a lot of the focus on Metro Manila and CR, lumalabas na sa mga kahit panayunan yung Hokham. So, sino po mga taga-probinsya dito? Bantay-bantay? Yun. Kasi lumalapit na po sa kanya-kanyang lugar. Ayun. For example, ito. On the right, may photograph ng bagets na inayakap na yung tatay niya. Kasi takot siya na baka di na umuwi yung tatay. Diba? In-invite lang si tatay sa PNP dahil sa drug list. Baka kasi di na makita.
Tapos may isa pang case, yung sinusulat namin ng article ngayon na napatay yung tatay and the eldest boy, 18 years old, ang pangarap niya ay makaipon para makabili ng baril. Ganong level na yung orphans na naiiwan.
So yung kanyang baon na maliit, kasi mga urban poor sa Mandaluyong, nag-save up for a handgun. And they know yung mga matay sa tatay nila ay nasa kabilang kanto lang kasi nung naka-score si bonded person, nagpainom lang sa cookies ng beer.
And I would also like to quote Ika, pero sinasabi rin dati whenever she talks about Marawi and our conflict. Pero how angry can children be that they would want to pick up a gun? I mean, it's absurd.
But honestly, it's similar tactics as how extremism starts. You have to start with a very clear case of anger, something potent enough that will make you go beyond your usuals. Diba? And it's not just the kids, but also the nanays and your lolas na may mga lola na daw na nag-google na daw on how to create an IED bomb kasi gusto nang ibomba yung mga police na pumatay sa kanyang anak.
So that story, it's very powerful. Gasgas na siya kasi every time may kakwentuhan kami, tumatambay, kinikwento namin. We encountered one story in Caloocan na PWD yung anak niya, 13-year-old boy, still, nanlaban, paano hahawak ng baril, hindi nga functional mo. Okay. And this mother kept on going to the police station, asking for an update. Ano nangyari sa kaso ng ako? Ano nangyari sa kaso? Every single day. Wala. Siyempre. I mean, papansinin ka ba doon? And so she ended up checking on YouTube how to make a bomb. And siyempre nakakagulat kasi meron pala sa YouTube yun. So, siyempre dahil nanay, may konting konsensya pa, she went to the church and asked for help. Kasi she wanted to seek justice by bombing the police station regardless of collateral damage. Bakit? Collateral damage din yung anak niya eh. So, dami-dami na to. So, that kind of anger is one of the 100,000 that we're probably facing right now.
So the problem is huge, no? And we can spend all day talking about all of these horrible stories. Pero I think we're here in the spirit of research and problem solving, di ba? How do you find solutions to help each other make it stop and then help those who are left behind? So again, dahil ng mga development workers yung background namin, meron din tinatawag yung small bets, di ba? Because it's changing, evolving, it's so huge. Kailangan we have to work and play smart as well. So part of it is yan yung loose collectives. Kasi yung mga usual na mga tropa-tropa na very clear yung political lines will not work in this situation. It's a complex crisis. So we need, kung kami-kami lang ang nag-uusap, walang mangyayari dito. That's why we need people like Allen, like Alex, who are, diba, have a different skill set from what we can do. And we need more of that, no? Baka kayo sa mga tropa ninyo, you can think of how you can mix and match different talents and perspectives na kailangan natin for this kind of thing. And given it's very experimental, no? So yung tinatawag na small bets, na being able to try to see, this works, let's try to do more of this, baka kailangan i-tweak, then okay, dito naman tayo next time, no? And at the end of the day, yun, huwag matakot. Kasi kung kaya na ng mga nanay, kaya rin natin ito. Okay, so, natatambay. Key takeaways, build awareness, talk amongst yourselves, be critical, fight apathy and fatigue, bantayan yung mga nangyayari ngayon with the ICC, with charter change, ang daming ganap eh. So, sabay-sabay, no? Try to think about how to care for those who are left behind. I'm sure sa mga kanya-kanyang barangay ninyo, may mga kapitbahay kayo nawalan, no? So, try to check, baka naman hindi na kumakain yung mga bata, di ba? Tingin lang. And try to rebuild yung social fabric. It's not easy when yung culture of distrust is so strong na ba kasi yung kapitbahay may tumuro sa inyo, di ba? So, how do you bring that back?
Din ako dyan. Ako po, kasi nga, Shita and I have been working every day since Monday. So, sama-sama na kami sa isa't isa. Pero a couple of weeks ago, I was in a conversation with a group of people, and they were trying to problematize the concept of the yung epekto ng tungkol sa social fabric at sa Filipino culture. Sa atin kasi very welcoming tayo, di ba? Tao ko, papapasukin mo. But that basic concept of pagkatao ng tao po ay pagiging bukas sa bisita has been damaged. Kasi yung katok din yun eh. Pero ngayon, parang for individuals and communities affected by Tokha, they dread hearing the sound of yung pagkatok. And yun, mamaya mag-explain sila kung paano ginamit yung konsepto ng pagkatok as a form of resistance. Ayun.
So you do have Aragorns, out of Aragorn there, calling for aid, di ba? Hopefully you will not di ba? Ignore the call, the way that, pangalan mong king na to? Weeks, anyway. But what I do like is this photo up top, diba? Sa patera si Paul, may mga nanay na nag-ronda gabi-gabi. Medyo malakas yan kasi when they realize that their sons and their husbands are being killed while they slept, sila nag-organisa ng mga ronda patrol na making sure na no one gets killed every single night. So, kumbaga, pakapin lang siya, pabiskit, okay na sila.
I forgot but the name of the barangay is also very beautiful. Nakalimutan ko siya ngayon, at this moment. Pero itong mga nanay na to, imagine the tapang that they needed at yung pag-grapple nila rin sa takot. Kasi pinapatay yung asawa nila, but at barangay in Taiwan, patero sa very low crime rate. So they have like one homicide a month. And then when Tokang happened, they get 27. So, itong mga nanay na to, after nila, ito yung pag binugdan nyo sila, nanay sa pateros, you'll find them. They're very famous. Pagkatapos ng gawain bahay, imagine kung imbes na spend time with their children, they wear their stickers lang yun na yung thing. They wear their shirts with a sticker, and then sila yung nagpapatrol. Bakit? Kasi pang babae, hindi sila masyadong matatarget market. And second, it's their way of protecting the community. Kasi pag hindi nila ginawa yan, gabi-gabi, ikutan sila ng bonnet ka, may mamamatay. So, they'd rather spend sleepless nights doing the patrol and protecting their community and the sense of community. Hindi lang yung komunidad in the physical, pati yung konsepto na tayo-tayo ang magtutulungan dito. So, yun nga, parang very inspirational. And I'd like to point out also that I know anger is strong, frustration is strong, pero it's not sustainable. More than the anger, more than the frustration, the helplessness, because yun nga, pinagdaanan na namin yung mga cases na yun. And I think it's more powerful to hold on to hope and
an alternative future na you want to build for yourself and your family and your community. Fine, the first wave of action can be fueled by anger, pero mas sustainable na, teka lang, beyond all this bullshit, I want 5 years, 10 years out the line, or even sooner, something better for all of us, not dismiss.
tsaka yun na, anger yung ginamit ng kalaban eh. So let's not play their game. Come on, we're better than them. Let's not play into the anger. Bakit that anger? Because in the election, ginamit nila yung galit at frustration ng mga tao to cling and hold on to the promises of this madman. So, huwag natin gamitin yun. Let's keep on to hope. My 10-year-old nephew said, di ba, lagi naman mananaig yung mabuti. I think we have to believe that. Pag superhero, lagi naman mananaig yung mabuti. So, keep hope alive. And keep hope alive amongst ourselves. Let's not hold on to other people for hope. Let's hold on to hope within ourselves. Hold on. So, ito na yung one part. So,
So, ito, okay, intro lang. Ang bagong intro, ito,
Ayun, sige. Ako si Balangin nga pala ulit mula sa person about si Calix mula sa No Face.
Walang no face records.
So, ngayon, kadugtong ng kanilang proyekto, ginawa namin itong awit ito na available pakinggan sa Facebook, sa Napiot. Pakinggan na lang muna natin bago namin simulan yung aming bahagi.
Para sa kaayusan, para sa kaunlaran, para sa kapayapaan, ano ba naman ang kamatayan? Kami nang bahala kung paano ang galaw, magayon ng pangako, mababa ang tanaw, tira ng tiragan walang matira, sala ng mga magbibida, para ang batas, para ang pitaka, para ang balitang di makilala, ito ang pasinaya, mga anak, kayo ang makinarya. At sa pagsubi ng mga salo na di muna, huwag na nalalahanin na nalakarapatan. Ang salita siya magiging amas, ang salita siya magiging batas. Aking mga anak, ipalagyan ko ang gusto mo, kayo makakamanin sa totoo. mata. Bakit namin tawa na ang moralita. Nagkamit na sila para yung naglalang kapwa sila na nagtituan. Nagpapalakas kay tay, kaya damihin ang tay. Uordinate ako terminate kami barangay ng tay. Roka ang kalaban pero di ang na maril sa tao na katupok. Double barrel sa bawat tapak na dugo, palit ay piso. Isa sa buhay, makasalimang umakas lang. Nakapag sa mata ng hindi ko makinay na nagtatuhang. Sa papukot ng pariles, tutubusin ang mamamayan. Hindi na kailangan ng kataman ng nahilabas ng pagparilin nila lang. Isa sa buhay, makasalimang umakas lang. Nakapag sa mata ng hindi ko makinay na nagtatuhang. Sa papukot ng pariles, tutubusin ang mamamayan. Hindi na kailangan ng kataman ng nahilabas ng pagparilin nila lang. Pero hanggang simula, dyan na namin magdalaw. Haharungin ang bawat sulit na magpapilitaw. Kahit matiling malabing di pansin yung mga nasa listahan na sila'y papasanin. Pagkilang mga kwarta na pusin, paligid mga fugol. Bigyan ng sementeryo, kakagamakan ng mga sin. Marami na agad ang mga mundo. Sikap ay nasabihan na wala na rin yung palma. Takit na tayo yung ganda, mga parin na nakasa. Serving sinisaksi, mga nakatay yung misis. Huwag mo nang hinihingan, trabaho nito pinulalaan. Di mo ikakasenso sa pawala silang pila. Pinasok na ang bahay at ginamos na lahat ng paging witness. Mukha ng kami na nasasahid, para lang pag-iligtis. Pumapalagas sa pinalangi, ang pagiging adik na hindi na nagpapakawa. Sir, di naman ako.
And